What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, you guys? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 11, Episode 8. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's going on, y'all? All right. What's the business? What's the tea? What's going on? I hope you guys are doing well because I am doing just fine. Okay. So we're back again for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and y'all know we get started at the 5 minute mark and all those different things. And I don't foresee this live being that long because this episode really wasn't about nothing. It was very fillerish, if that's a word. But it was very fillerish for to say the least, but But before we get into anything else, just in case you guys don't know, that tomorrow is the Boss Baby Awards tomorrow. And I am nominated for another award this year, child. And this is the homecoming version of the Boss Baby Awards, as they say. And I'm returning for homecoming, honey. And I am nominated for the Boss Babe Culture Impact Award. Okay. I am nominated, child. Once again, this will probably be, how many times have I been nominated for Boss Babe? It's probably been, I think, because I was nominated twice in 2023, nominated twice in 2014, nominated once in 2015, and I'm nominated once again. So this is my sixth nomination. I've been nominated 6 times and won 3 times, y'all. So this is my sixth nomination. They didn't let y'all vote this year, so I don't know how they're gonna determine who the winner is at all. So I don't know. But for the most part, that is the basis of the situation. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, so be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout. We're gonna see if I win tomorrow, child. I got a lot going on, y'all. I got the Boss Baby Awards coming up on tomorrow. I got the Ooh Ladies First live show on Sunday, and then after that, it's the Starlight Awards. And me and Bando literally just got our outfits for the Starlight Awards already ready. We just got to pay for it next week, but we already know what we're gonna wear and everything. But we got a whole lot going on. But yes, I am up for the Boss Babe Culture Impact Award for the Boss Babe Award. So stay tuned because Boss Babe don't film their awards. So y'all got to stay tuned and see if I won. Y'all got to just stay tuned to my Instagram page all day tomorrow to make sure if I won or not, child. Me, Carl, and Tramell are nominated for an award at Boss Babe. So be on the lookout for it. I'll probably be with them and Ondario as well, the 4 of us. So let me see what moderators I got up in here. I see Payne. I see Miss Ann. So it's only y'all 2 that's up in here right now. So we're at the 4-minute mark. So y'all already know what to do. Miss Ann and Payne. Make sure that the people are engaging. Make sure that the chat is clean. And also make sure you guys are leaving fire emojis in the chat to flame up this chat as we get ready to get into this review. Now, as we get ready to get into the 5-minute mark, please be sure to support my best friend Sammy in his t-shirt line called Shifted. It's exclusively on Etsy. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys go and support him because it's always good to see a black man, a gay black man at that, go out here and try to get something popping for themselves. So make sure you guys go on and support my best friend Sammy with his shirt line Shifted. It's exclusively on Etsy. Okay. So be on the lookout for it. All right. Now we're going into the 5-minute mark. And there's 35 of you guys up in here, which means there needs to be 35 people in here engaging. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me pull out my notes. And my notes are right here on my phone, right here. So I'm gonna start out this review by saying that this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville was nothing but an episode of the Fletchers. That's all this shit was, to be honest. That's all this motherfucking shit was because it was all about them. And I've always said that the Fletchers got enough family drama to have their own show. I've always said that. But at this particular moment, that's all it really seems like, it really was. It just seemed like it was only about them and them only. It was a very much so, it was a very much Fletcher heavy episode for the most part. From top to bottom, it was a Fletcher heavy episode, y'all. So let me go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna open up the episode with Chris and Neil. Now, as she's sitting there at brunch with Chris Fletcher, she gets a phone call from Trish. Trish invites Neil out. You know, she says that, listen, I want to do something with all the girls, get the ladies together so we can have girl talk, you know, talk about everything, the anxieties of the week, just all types of stuff. I just want to get the girls together so we can have us a good time. And Neil was like, well, do you know exactly what we're doing? And Trisha was like, look, I don't know what we're doing yet, but I'm going to let you know what we're doing when I figure it out myself. But I just want to know that you're invited. And so that is when Neil was like, well, okay, girl, I'm going to come whenever you let me know what we're doing. I'm coming. So as Neil is getting off the phone with Trish, that's when Destiny arrives. And Neil was like, oh, girl, hey, girl, I was just talking about you to Chris. I just saw Chris and I invited you out here to brunch with us and blah, 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 blah. So they hug each other and all that. So Destiny says, listen, I got into it with Tisha the other day. I had an open house. As soon as she started shading me and all of this other stuff. And I just feel like my relationship with Tisha really ain't going nowhere. And it's too much work to be Tisha's friend. And all I got to say is this. It is too much work to be Tisha's friend. It is too much work to be nice to Tisha because Tisha is a motherfucking baby. A 40-year-old baby who doesn't know how to shut her fucking mouth. All she does is cry and feel like somebody needs to cater to her like she fucking Destiny's Child or something. Don't nobody got to cater to your ass. Don't nobody got to do nothing extra for you. Don't nobody got to do no special shit for you. Nobody has to do that. So why the fuck do you feel like you are owed that? You ain't owed a motherfucking thing. You're not owed nothing. And to be honest, Destiny, that was your open house. You should have kicked her ass out and you shouldn't have ran behind her. I would have let her ass get the fuck up out of there and went on about her damn business because Tisha really don't deserve your friendship. Tisha ain't shit. Okay, all she do is sit there and cry and whine and don't do to others that she wants done for her. She's not the best friend in the world that she wants to make it out to be. Don't talk about me behind my back. Don't talk about me behind my back. Don't talk about me behind my back. Like, girl, please. Please. Girl, please. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, girl, please go somewhere and sit the fuck down. Girl, please, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about me behind my back. Don't talk about me behind my back. Don't talk. Girl, please. Please shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. Like, honestly. Shut up. Don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. And then you give the smoke to the wrong people. You give the smoke to the wrong people. If you gave the smoke to your own husband who be gaslighting the shit out of you, then I will understand you. But all this, don't talk about me behind my back. Don't talk about. Shut up. Seriously. You are annoying as fuck. And you don't even realize it. But okay. So then after they talk about Tisha, that's when Destiny says that she's like, I was talking to Tisha and then she started saying when Neil has a lot going on and all this other stuff, which is the same thing that I told her. But when I said the same thing, she didn't want to hear shit I had to say when I was trying to tell her that you had a lot of shit going on and that give you a little bit of grace because you got some stuff going on right now. But now she wants to find a way to be there for you. And there was a whole bunch of fuck you this, fuck you that, all this other stuff. So Neil says that Destiny, you need to ask Tisha what her problem is. You need to ask her why she's upset with you, why she feels some type of way about you, so y'all can really move forward. And Destiny was like, Neil, I asked her. I don't know what more you want from me, but I asked her. And she could not give me a direct answer. Like, it was always some bullshit, but I asked her. And it's nothing more that I can do because I asked her. And that is very true. Destiny did ask her, and there's nothing more for her to say at this point. If I've not already asked you what your problem is, and you can't right off tell me what the fuck you're mad about, then there's nothing for us to talk about then. Because I've not already asked you what the fuck you mad for, and you won't tell me, so girl, fuck you then. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, fuck you. I don't need to keep asking you shit. Period. I don't need to keep asking you nothing. So then, Destiny says that at this point, Tisha is just doing whatever she can to deflect from her own real issues that's going on in her life. She's using me, trying to make me look bad mouthing me so she don't have to talk about her real issues. And in hindsight, Tisha is using Destiny for a storyline so she and Marcel don't have to talk about what's going on in their real life, which is what they've always done. They've always used other people's issues just so they can not look bad, just so they don't have to talk about what they are actually going through. That's what they've always done. So my thing about it is, if you ain't gonna shit on the pot, get the fuck off of it. Simple as that. If you ain't got shit to talk about, get the fuck on. Don't use me to deflect from your own life. Don't use me so you can't talk about what's going on for real with you. Don't be using my situations and making me the star of the damn show because you don't want to talk about your own shit. Like, Tisha, get the fuck out my face. You know what? This is D-Boy, y'all. So let me send a special shout out to D-Boy real quick before we continue on with this review, y'all. Let me pull my Remy to the side real quick. Let me give him a special shout out because D-Boy really do be looking out for the kid all the time. He always be, you know, representing for the Scotty gang all the time. He always be on other platforms, you know, ripping for me all the time. And I just want to let the people know that I be seeing it, and I may not say it all the time, but I definitely appreciate all of the love that you guys give me. And you don't just do it over here. You do it here and every damn where. And I definitely appreciate it. I see everything. I see who's a real supporter and who isn't a real supporter. But I always want to give that love to the people that I see that are really supporting me, whether they're in my chat or whether they're in the next motherfucker chat. They're always supporting me. So shout out to D-Boy 100%. I don't know if you follow me on IG or not, but thank you for your love and your support all the time. I've been wanting to give you that shout out. And shout out to Maggie Brooks too, because she's another one that I be seeing out here supporting the Scotty by Nature TV brand, as well as letting it be known that she's a part of the Scotty gang, honey. And she's another one that always represents, and I definitely appreciate that too. So instead of giving all of my energy to the negativity of it all and giving all of my energy to the hating ass bitches and giving all of my energy to people who really don't see it for me no way but pretend that they do, let me just give it to the people that really rock with me for real. So today I'm giving a special shout out to D-Boy and Maggie Brooks. Okay, so shout out to you guys. Shout out to y'all, because y'all make Scotty by Nature and the Scotty gang what it is. Okay, so if I got anything else going on in this scene. Oh yeah, so they start talking about they start talking about the situation that went on with Chris and Marceau. And the first thing that Destiny said to Chris was, well, do you have any business going on with Marceau? And Marceau was like, I ain't got nothing going on with him. I ain't got shit going on with him. I don't even know why the fuck he felt like he could say whatever he wanted to say to me, because the first thing I asked him was, who the fuck are you? And to be honest, I would have asked him, who the fuck are you too? Because who are you for you to tell me that I got to tell you what's going on with my damn license? Bad enough the shit is fucked up. What the fuck I'm talking to you for about my license? Like, what's going on? Because that's what I'm trying to understand and figure the fuck out. Like, what's going on with that? Because I ain't doing no work with you. And then Destiny said, I feel like I'm a loyal friend and I'm always getting shitted on all the time by trying to be a loyal friend to these hoes. And to be quite honest, you have been a loyal friend to a lot of them. You was a loyal friend to Tisha. You've been a good friend to Trish. You was a loyal friend to Saints and Sinners. You know what I mean? You was a loyal friend to these girls, and you always get the short hand of the stick. But girl, keep it pushing, keep it moving, honey, okay? So let's move on to Ken and Trish, two of the most exhausting people I've ever seen on reality TV in my life, because they don't know. I feel like they take turns on wanting to get on Scotty's nerves, because all they ever do is get on my goddamn nerves. That's all they ever do, because they don't know what they want to do. I'm so tired of playing love roller coaster with them. Like, I'm sick of it. They get on my nerves, okay? Both of them get on my damn nerves. But we're going to move on. We're going to continue on, y'all. So let's get into it. So Ken comes over. He wants to talk to Trish with her lockjaw ass. He wants to talk to her. And he just started talking about the things that he was feeling and the things that he was going through during the time that they were separated. So Ken says that it was to the point to where I didn't want to fuck with this no more. I didn't want to deal with this no more. I felt like this really wasn't for me anymore. And to be honest, I was at a breaking point. So I just felt like I needed to do something for me because it was a breaking point for me. And I didn't feel like you was really here for me. I didn't feel like you was really down with me like that. It just didn't come across that way to me. It just came across like you was playing with me. And that's just what it was. So then as they're talking, Trish says that we've had a lot of arguments. In the past, we've had a lot of arguments. But it's something about right now that feels very different to me. And I just don't know what it is, but there's something about right now that feels different. So then Ken apologizes to Trish for the way he's been acting. Like he's been acting very mean. He's been acting very childish in this situation. And he just wants to make things right. That's what Monica was saying. And so he apologized to her. And he said, he got caught up in a tornado. And he became the evil person that he said that Trish was. And he was walking around here acting like Trish was the big bad wolf and that he was the one that was being misused and abused and all this other shit. And that Trish was this big bad person that was doing wrong. And to be honest, he had me feeling the same way about that girl. He had me feeling the same way because he had me thinking that Trish just didn't appreciate him as a man and that he did everything he could for Trish and her kids. And she just wasn't appreciative of it. That's how she made me feel in this whole situation. But come to find out, it wasn't that. There's a reason for her madness, and he was a part of the reason for her madness. And he had me completely fooled, child. Completely goddamn fooled, okay? So he said he was hurt and he was frustrated. And Trish said that she was a part of the problem and that she was hurt by him. And then Ken admitted that he wanted to hurt her because she doesn't show any emotion. He never knows how she truly feels. And he just wanted to gut punch her. And the fact that I can say, okay, let me not give him too much. He did admit that he wanted her to hurt. He did admit that. He wanted to hurt her mainly because of the fact that she wasn't giving him any emotions. And he just wasn't too sure about whether or not she cared or not. Because she never showed that she cared. And it was always a point of contention for them because he didn't know exactly where he stood with her. And I just looked and I'm like, okay, at least he owned it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, it's petty as fuck for you to go out of your way to hurt somebody just because you're not getting what you want out of the deal. You feel what I'm saying? Is it me or am I overdoing it? Because it just felt like I want to hurt you because you've been hurting me. That's childish. That's childish to me. And I do feel like Trish is a part of the problem too. Don't get me wrong. But Ken has came out here and made himself out to be this man that was just such a damn catch. And it's kind of like, to me, it's like you acting like you a catch. But it's just like, what do you mean? You feel what I mean? Like you're trying to act like you a catch, but you're really not a catch. You just as fucked up and as much of a fuck boy as the rest of them. Like what we doing here? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not necessarily on the Ken train, and I do think that they're both shitty ass individuals to one another. Because Ken ain't innocent as he tried to make himself out to be, and Trish is definitely not innocent with a steel jaw ass. She's just not innocent at all, child. Where we at? What else is going on here? He said he admitted he liked being a family man. We know you did. And then Trish said that she lost trust. Then she asked if he's seeing a girl, and he said no, he's not interested. He'd rather be where he is. Trish said that she wants to fix it. We'll see. Moving on. So now we're at Chris and Nell. She's planning to talk to her boys, and they all pull up at LAMH's house. So they start talking about grandkids and shit like that, and then Nell says that it comes across to Chris Jr. that she's very much so more hands-on. She shows a difference between his child and Lance's children, and she spends more time between, with Lance's children and his kids. And she says that she's trying to find a balance between the two, and she feel like she got a set of twins or something. So she starts asking Chris, is he in a relationship with somebody? And he said, well, I'm not tied down to nobody. I'm outside. There's nothing really serious going on. So Nell says, well, I'm going to tell y'all this. Don't bring anyone to my house that you're not serious about. Don't bring nobody to my house that you just fucking. Don't bring nobody to my house that you're not in a relationship with. Don't bring nobody to my house that you're not exclusively dating. Now, as much as I disagree with Nell on a lot of stuff, I definitely agree with her on this. I agree with her 100% on this. Because for me, I've dated a lot of guys, and you can take that as you will, but I've dated a whole lot of guys, okay? And my mama probably only met 3 or 4. She met Keithan. She met Daniel. She met Jeremy. That's 3. And she met Bando. That's 4. So she only met 4. No, James, 2. She met 5 guys out of that little black book of men that I had in the past. So for me, I don't feel comfortable bringing no man around my mama unless I'm serious about them. Unless I know that this shit is gonna last for a long. If I feel like they're gonna last for a while, I'll bring you around my mama. Like, it's only like if you'd have met my mama, that means I really like you. That means I'm serious about you. If you met my mama, if you met my mama, I'm serious about you. Like, seriously, I'm very serious about you if you met my mama. Or if you haven't met my mama yet and you've at least talked to her over the phone, that means I'm serious about you. Other than that, if you ain't met my mama or you ain't spoke to my mama at all, then you're not a priority and you don't mean that much to me if you ain't met her yet. That's just the truth. So I definitely understand where Nell is coming from. Nell doesn't want to be introduced to anybody that's not that serious to them. And I understand it. I kind of agree with Nell throughout this entire conversation. She said, Lance, you got 3 children, 3 baby mamas at 34 years old. Lance said, I am a 34-year-old man with 3 kids. That is not a bad number for a man that's 34 years old. It's not a bad number for a man that's 34 years old. But you got 3 kids by 3 different women. These are not women that you're in a relationship with or you're married to. And a lot of times, what Nell is saying in this scene, she's not lying. She's saying, y'all, you need to wrap it up, put something on it, because you having all these kids, and these are not women that you're serious about. These are not women that you are in relationships with. You're not even married to these folks, and you'd have been married twice. So the thing is, it's not, you don't need to be having all these kids, because the more kids you have and you're not married and all of this other stuff, then it's kind of like this. You're not married to these women and you're having kids with them, and then it becomes an issue with the children down the line, which it does become an issue with the kids because they're not raised together. They don't have the same parents. You here, they there, they're right in the middle. So it's kind of like that's going to cause an issue for you and your kids unless you have a better balance of it. And if you want to be real, look at your stepfather and look at the strained relationship that he got with Lexi, his oldest daughter. And you don't even fuck with her. So what we talking about? Everything that Nell said was the truth. And again, I don't always agree with her loudmouth ass at all. I don't. But I agree with everything that she said in this conversation because she didn't tell no motherfucking lies, like at all. Kayla says that, in my opinion, I do feel as though y'all do ignore red flags. Y'all do ignore red flags. I believe they do too. I slick believe that they do too. Like, because why y'all fucking around with all these different women and then getting them all pregnant and stuff? It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Like, why we doing that? You feel what I'm saying? Like what's going on? Like, why are we doing the weird shit and the unnecessary impregnation of it all? Like, why are we doing it? You know what I'm saying? But okay, Lance, you ain't listening to Nell, but this is the one time you need to listen to Nell because I listened to everything her ass said and she ain't lie. So let's get into Twan and Destiny. They meet up for lunch outside, and she basically says, well, I told Nell about our business lunch and stuff, and I'm very glad that we're able to be friends and be able to be cool. And your presence make me feel protected. You know, sometimes you just want to feel protected by somebody. You feel what I'm saying? So she says that she can be herself around him. And that's another thing. It's good to be around a person that you can be yourself around, whether you're quirky, corny, whatever you want to be. If I can be myself around you and my voice gets high pitched when I'm around you, then that means that I'm smitten. That means I like you. I might even love your ass. If you see me talking to somebody, to a person, you know, y'all already know. Y'all seen it already. So that's given. I'm smitten. I really, really like you. Like, that's just what it gives. So it's good to feel protected by somebody when you're with them. And it's good to feel like you are you can be yourself around them. Because if I can't be myself around you, then why do I have you around me? So he says that I appreciate you listening to my advice and the times that I was right. And she started laughing when he said that. So he was basically saying nobody really has a right to be offended by anything that goes on between Destiny and Twan because they're both grown and there's really nothing going on because they're friends. And so he asked Destiny what rumors has she heard. And she says, well, I don't really hear no rumors about you. And then he says, well, it's rumors out there about me and Kayla. And she's like, you and Kayla? He'll be like, yeah, because we work out together. And after we work out together, she posts pics. But then they got people talking. So Destiny like, ooh. So then after that, we go back to Nell house again. And I said this at the beginning of the review. This is a Fletcher heavy episode for whatever reason. So Lance comes over first, and Lance says that he's taking Nell's advice about spending more time with the kids. Now, he ain't say nothing else about the other advice that she gave about these women and shit like this. See, he ain't listen to that part. Only thing that he got from it was, yeah, I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna spend more time with my kids and yada yada yada. I'm gonna spend more time with my kids. I think that's a blessing and a great thing that you want to spend more time with your kids, but that's not all she was talking about, Lance. But okay, child. So that is when Destiny comes in, and that's when I think Destiny came in and said something about the last time I was here, I met your old lady, and he was like, "Oh, I got an old lady," and then she was like, "You have one, child?" Lance don't know if he got an old lady or not, child. You know, your guess is as good as his because he don't fucking know himself, child. He don't know if he got an old lady either, child. Y'all already know how Lance get down. So Destiny says, well, I met up with Twan, and Twan says that there's people out there that feel like he got something going on with what's her name? With Kayla. And that's when Nell immediately gets on the defense And Lance says Kayla is grown, and if she wants to do what she want to do, then she can do whatever she want to do. And so Nell was like, but Kayla always does the right thing. And Lance was like, well, I don't think she's doing anything wrong right now. It's a rumor. So why are we getting upset about it? And then, because I was so confused as to why Nell is all up in her fifis about this situation. I mean, is it because of the fact that that's your so-called godson or something like that? Is that the reason why you feeling some type of way? Because other than that, I don't know why you feeling a way about anything, because it's really nothing to feel a way about, girl. What we mad about and what are we doing? Because I don't even understand why you even feeling some type of way about any fucking thing at this point. Because what we doing? And why you mad? I don't get it. Is it just me or I don't fucking get it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. I don't even understand why she even in her feelings. She always do the right thing. She didn't do nothing wrong, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she didn't really do anything wrong. So I'm not understanding why you're all up in arms about it. But this is Nell, and this is just how fucking irritating she can be when she gets to overreacting. But anyway, anyhow, that's all I really have for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Did nothing really happen. It was more so focused on Chris, Nell, and their kids for the most part. And then they sprinkled in Trish and Ken. And that was pretty much it. Because did nothing really happen tonight on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Remember, there was a time where y'all could get a live from me of Love and Marriage Huntsville that was about over an hour, and now y'all can barely get 30 minutes out of me to talk about this show on live, because it ain't shit. It ain't nothing to talk about. It's just not. It ain't nothing to talk about. But before I go, it was 100 plus of you guys up in here, so I appreciate that. Once again, I want to send a very special shout out once again to Maggie and D-Boy. I appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out, being on other platforms, representing Scotty Gang and representing Scotty by Nature TV. Love you guys to death. Shout out to my moderators, Gabby, Miss Ann, Cherise, Payne. Who else was up in here? I want to say those were the only ones. Yeah, Miss Ann, Payne, Cherise. Yeah, that's it. What else? Yeah, and Gabby. Shout out to you guys for modding the chat and doing what needs to be done to keep the chat going, honey. Shout out to everybody else that watched tonight. I really appreciate you guys for watching. And shout out to all of y'all. This week did start off a little bit rough because I felt the need to, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say this and then we're gonna go. But this week started off just a tad bit rough, not too rough, but a little bit rough, because I felt like I had to address people that I haven't been addressing, and I needed to address them. And I did it in the way that I felt like I should. And now that I've done it, I'm moving on from the shit. And people can say whatever they want at this point. So it is what it is, y'all. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for always supporting. And I won't be going live for the Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow because I will be at the Boss Baby Award. So T will be going live in my place, but I will be going live on Monday morning for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I'm going to try to put out a pre-recorded video tomorrow before I leave for the Boss Baby Awards. So I'm gonna try to get you guys a video out tomorrow, because I still get off. Even though I got the awards tomorrow, I still have to go to work tomorrow. So I get off at 1, and when I get home, I'm gonna give you guys at least a video or two for a pre-record, so you guys can have something to watch while I'm at the awards. And then on Monday, I'll resume to reviewing the show. So I'm out of here, you guys. Until next time, until Monday, I will see you guys live on Monday for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm out of here, you guys. Until next time.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catch a face, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's give
big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up, don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho, don't ever play us. This the real hustle, we make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit, talking out they neck. Bitch, bitch, we bring the heat.
Every time we step,
You fucking with a beast,
fucking with the best.
get money on the east.
Plug on the west,
Bitch, I'm from the north,
but we run this out.
bitch, we outside.
Fuck you talking about?
Who the fuck is me?
Know who the fuck is you?
Get these niggas.